Good morning. How's everybody doing today? Good to see you. Good to see you. Hey, you having trouble? You ever had trouble refueling your purpose? You ever had trouble finding your obsession, the positive obsessions? Morning, morning, morning. Good morning, everybody. How you doing? Good morning. Your Uncle G's in the house. Look, I want to talk to you real quick. This morning, yeah, Portuguese, UK, Australia, Brooklyn's in the house. I want to talk to you this morning. I'm going to share one of my chapters in Obsessed. Obsessed. Who's obsessed out there? You guys obsessed? I just left Starbucks. Stopped in to get my Mr. Black that they charged me $6.28 for. It probably doesn't matter, right? And I walk in there and there's a guy sitting there dressed up, tie on, passed out in a chair with a cup of coffee in front of him. And I'm thinking to myself, man, what's going on with that cat? You know, I know if he goes to the doctors, he's going to say it's, you know, depression, narcolepsy, suffers from some kind of bipolar. I've been labeled all those things, literally every one of those. Depression, narcolepsy, bipolar. I've had problems where I literally couldn't get out of bed in the morning. And at the root of all that, those fancy titles that the doctors give people but can't prove. I'm not saying they're not real or legit, by the way. I'm just saying there is no proof of any of that stuff. Dude, they told me I had epilepsy when I was 23 years old. Okay, they had to run tests for 3 days because I was having seizures from time to time. Had nothing to do with epilepsy. Put me on drugs for like 3 or 4 years. Had zip to do with epilepsy. Nothing. So check it out. I want to talk to you this morning about how do you refuel your obsession? How do you refuel it? How do you get it jacked up again? How do you pour freaking gasoline and nuke this thing? And then tomorrow nuke it again, and then the day after that do that again. How do you keep refueling it? So I'm going to tell you a couple things that I do. And look, this is if you can figure this out in yourself, and then figure out how to do it for others, this is going to be a very, very valuable tool. It's going to be more valuable than printers and advertising and product development, because without the ability to sustain and refuel your obsession, you end up getting dispersed and going off in a lot of different directions, right? End up handling the wrong things. So what I do is every morning I wake up. When I wake up, I write down, hey, where am I going? Okay, what is the big game here? What's the big purpose, the big play? Once a week, I get with my wife and we go over that together. Now my wife works with me, but she's not in there grinding out the business every day. It is vital that I'm writing down this every day for myself. In the morning, I write down again at night. Where am I going? What am I doing? I do this in the morning first to get clarity about where I'm going so I know what to focus on today. And I do it again at night because I probably had some failures, some losses, situations that came up, confusions that came into my space today that maybe throw me off track. And see, I could wake up distracted and I can go to sleep distracted. For instance, yesterday the stock market dropped 500 points. Okay, it was off 1,000 at one time. I'm not even in the stock market, but it can cause a person to become distracted, a little lost, confused, scared. Call it whatever you want, right? But the reality is I lost my purpose for a minute. And if you lose your purpose, if you lose your ultimate 2, 3, 4 main things that you're pushing for every day, and you're not obsessed with that every day, then the marketplace is going to push you back. At the end of the week, I meet with my wife at least once a week. Me and Elena meet, sit down, Sometimes the kids are there, sometimes they're not. And we talk about, okay, what's the big picture? Where are we going? What's happening? Why are we going there? And that gets us refueled and re-excited about this purpose. So I'm not falling asleep. I'm not falling asleep during the day when I could be making that extra call, making that extra contact. Now, look, it's vital. It's critical that you learn how to refuel anything. A piece of equipment. You go buy a tractor, you go buy a new car, you go buy a jet. The most expensive part of a jet is that fuel. Okay? The truth is that jet becomes more expensive. I was having this conversation with a guy this weekend. He's like, dude, how expensive is that fuel? I said, dude, let me tell you, the most expensive part of a jet is not using it. You understand? It's not when you use it. It's not using it. Because if a jet's sitting out there and it's costing you $1 million a year to sit in a hangar, to maintain it, pilots, shelter it, take care of it, warranty checks, equipment checks, right? And you're not using it, it's not making you money. The most expensive part of a jet is not using it. The second most expensive part is the fuel. But without putting fuel in it, without refueling that beast, it can't take you anywhere. I mean, the reality is the most expensive part of that jet is not using it for the right things, right? Same thing with your automobile, okay? I could use a car. People, who complains about the gas prices? The people that don't make money with their cars. The only people that complain about how much it costs to fuel a car up is the people that don't use their vehicles to produce money. All right, so how do you stay obsessed in a world that's so filled with so many freaking distractions? The media's hammering on you every day. Susie Orman's out there telling you to save money. Dave Ramsey says don't borrow money. Your mom and daddy telling you to clip coupons. Okay? Your friends are telling you not to take risks. Let's go on vacation this weekend. I had a buddy this weekend. Hey, let's do something fun at the end of the month. Dude, I ain't got time for fun right now, bro. I'm trying to stack my cake. I'm trying to freaking beat my freedom so I own freedom. Not another weekend off at a beach. So, how do you refuel? What do you guys do? Do you have a plan to refuel? What is your plan? You know you're going to run out of fuel. Everybody knows where the gas station is, right? You got a GPS, you got a map, you got a nav system on your car. It's got fuel stations all over the map, built in. Why? Because freaking refueling is important. I need to know where the refueling station is. If you own a Tesla, what's the most important thing to a Tesla owner? It's not the color. It's where is that freaking battery? Where is that refueling station? Where can I dock up and reload my fuel? So ask yourself, are you more worried about, where's your phone charger at, baby? Where's your phone charger? I know people that know got more phone chargers than they got self-chargers. Where is your self-charge at? Right? Now, if you're going to refuel a battery on your phone or on your car, or refuel your vehicle with fuel, right? If you're going to go on a camping trip and keep throwing wood on a fire to keep that fire warm, if you're going to put fuel in your jet, if you're going to throw food in your body because you need fuel to work out, don't you think it would be important for you to come up with a plan to refuel, how to refuel your purpose, your obsession, your healthy obsessions? Everybody knows where they're going this weekend. They know where they're going to go to hang out. Hey, where we meeting, man? Where we meeting this weekend? Where you want to go to dinner? What we're going to have? What we're going to drink? Dude, you got to get obsessed with the things that are constructive, not destructive. Where you're putting your attention all the time. Where you're putting your attention at all the time. What you're doing to refuel your obsessions is going to determine whether you're obsessed with the good things, whether you're just average, another average person. Remember what average means, okay? It comes from the word damaged goods. Yeah. How do you even find it? Dude, sit down and write about it, okay? Sit down and write about your obsessions, the positive obsessions. You want to be wealthy? Good. So write about it every day. How bad do you want to be wealthy? How bad do you want financial freedom? How bad do you want to be an actor or an actress? How bad do you want to be a race car driver? Look, it's going to be so freaking hard to be a top golfer, to win the Masters. You're going to have to do everything, right? How bad do you want it? Because if you don't want it bad enough to write about it every day, to focus on it every day, to practice it every day, to get freaking expert at it every day, then don't expect it every day. If you're not going to be an expert, don't expect. Don't expect if you're not going to expert. Expert yourself, or we're going to export you. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to find somebody else. How bad do you want it, baby? Let me tell you something. In the beginning, success is not what I wanted. I was sick of being average. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I was sick of my obsession with being sick. Now, when you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, I mean really sick and tired, and you're done with making excuses, and you're done with being a victim, and you're done with, your story about why it is, then you're going to get obsessed with something new. You can't just, the guy doesn't just make a shift, okay? You're making $400,000 a year right now. You want to make $4 million? You got to make a monster shift. You want to make a 10x move? You want to go from 400 to 4 million? Guy just ran over the curb. You got to make a monster shift. The first thing you got to do is you got to give up a bunch of stuff. You're making $400K a year. The first thing you got to give up is comfort. See, the guy doesn't get it. He's like, oh man, I'm doing so good. Compared to who, bro? Come on, let's keep it real. You doing good compared to who? Right? Compared to your dad that made 40 grand? That's not a comparison. Compared to some guy in India that's making $4 a week? Well, that's not a comparison. And even if it is a comparison, how's that take care of you? What's your purpose? See, this is what I do. I don't play games with myself. I made more money last week than I made last year. I'm at work this morning, okay? 8:42, I'll be early. I made more money last week than I made last year. Do you understand what I'm saying? How do I refuel right after this monster success? I could celebrate. I could take a week off. Taking a week off is not going to refuel me. Maybe it refuels you. Okay? It's not what refuels me. One of the things that refuels me is looking at where can I go, okay? Number one, writing down my potential. Okay, writing down, reminding myself of my potential. What's up, man?
What's up, G?
Come on, dog.
Scoping?
Yeah, scoping, dog.
Dude, look at that little thing.
Yeah, right?
That's solid. You like it?
Yeah.
Dude, I like that.
See?
That's a solid clip.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Number one, hey, what is my, where am I going? Write about it every day. Okay. And then the other thing that jacks me up, I'm talking refueling, serious freaking refuel. The best refuel I know is knowledge. And knowledge fucks me up so bad, dude. It's like, God damn. Okay. How good can I get? Dude, what if I actually knew something? What if I knew what I was doing? What if I had the game scammed because I knew everything? I didn't have to shortcut anything. I just knew the game so well. I knew the game so freaking well that I knew every in, every out, every way to win at the game. And I could take it to another level. See, that would get me excited. So one thing I do is I basically look at what is my potential, and I don't measure against other people. Number two, write about it every day. I'm writing every day. What's my purpose? What's my purpose? What's my purpose? Where am I going? What am I doing? What am I obsessed with? What are my good obsessions? Okay? I don't even pay attention to the negative stuff. I'm not looking to be perfect. I'm looking to be better. All right? Third thing, knowledge, man. Knowledge. I need some freaking knowledge. Oh, yes, I do. I need some freaking sick knowledge. Look, man, I tapped into some of the most unbelievable knowledge on this planet. I'm telling you, it is freaking stellar. And this doesn't handle one area of your life. This handles every area of life. Everything that each of us is concerned about every day, this handles. I'm talking sick knowledge that keeps that freaking purpose, that obsession, that thing inside of you that makes you unique, just like going all the time. The fourth thing that I do, I think I'm on the fourth thing. The fourth thing I do is I do whatever it takes to get around big hitters. Okay, whatever it takes to get around monsters. You got to get around monsters, folks. Okay, they think different, they act different. It's not that they're smarter. They've had experiences that are so real to them. They talk about stuff that it's like, whoa, I wasn't even thinking with that, dude. And what happens is it opens up the possibilities for you. Okay? You got to pay to be around monsters. You guys are like, hey, Grant, I want you to mentor me. I want to come shadow you for a day. You got to figure out some other way to do this thing. That's not going to do the deal. Okay? Because I'm running and gunning. I'm trying to get where I know I can get. Right? And the fifth thing I do is I really do a good job every day. I'm not perfect in any of this by any means, but I do a good job every day, right? It's stacking. I stack. I do a lot of stuff every day. I stack. I don't worry about getting everything done. Now I load up my 10X planner with things to do. Most of the time I don't even get half the list done. But what I do, and I tell you what you do is if you go to GrantCardonetv.com, I'll show you yesterday's daytimer, what it looked like. Most of the time, I don't even get that stuff done. I'll go in that office and I'll start kicking stuff around, pushing on stuff. I stack on things that work. Okay? I take on the things that pay, the things that'll move me forward, the things that, I tend to move toward the things that I'm writing about, me and the wife are meeting about, that I'm reading and learning about with my knowledge, and the things the monsters do. You know, the big boys and girls. What are they doing to make moves, big moves? All right, man, I hope you enjoyed this, okay? Look, what can you do to refuel your purpose? It's more important than the gas you put in your car. Got to believe that, right? You got to know that. More important than the food you put in your belly. When's the last time you looked at your obsessions? The obsessions you want to have. I'm not talking about the freaking porn. I'm not talking about the I got to go buy another Chanel. You know, I got to buy another watch. I got to buy another car. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about, dude, what runs you? What runs you is some unique, what's been in there the whole time? What's been in there the whole time? Before your mom, your dad, before the influence of schools. Dude, what are you doing to pump nitro? What are you doing to pump nitro? I dare you to freaking refuel. Come up with a refueling plan for your freaking obsessions, so that you stay obsessed, so you stay the maniac. So every day people are like, dude, how do you keep this thing? If people are not asking you that question, you lost it. People should be asking you, how do you keep your freaking thing going? And your answer should always be, because I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed, man, with the right things, not the wrong things, okay? All right, guys. Hey, look, be great today. Be awesome. Get obsessed with success. Get obsessed, okay? Get obsessed or be average. That's your choices. That's the only choices. And remember what average means. Damaged goods. Look it up in the dictionary. That's exactly where it comes from if you check out the derivation of it. Be great today.